In this video, I will tell you about the ways of how I invest my money absolutely passively and still get very good returns. If that's something that you would like to find out, please keep watching. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia and here we talk about investing, and especially investing for beginners. I started investing during the lockdown because I just all of a sudden had a lot of free time and I didn't really know what to do with it. The main idea and the purpose of me getting into this topic was to be beneficial for my family because I couldn't go to work as I was on a maternity leave. But on the other hand, it also meant that I had a little baby and I didn't have a lot of free time to get into the topic of investing. So I started to look into the ways of investing my money absolutely passively, but at the same time getting high returns. I've been doing it for some time now, and in this video I would like to share with you the best ideas that I used. If you find this video interesting or useful, please click the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other ideas of how you can invest your money passively, please share your ideas with us in the comment section below. If you were following my channel for some time now, you must remember the video that I made about a week ago about my Etoro profile, where I showed you that I've been losing money. I told you that I think that soon it will recover, and so it happened. I still recommend Etoro 100%, and I still think that copy trading option on Etoro is the best way to get good returns on your investment if you're a complete beginner, if you want a passive investment and you don't have time to research the topic and to look for the companies that you'd like to invest in yourself. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will attach the link to it below in the description box to this video. But so far, Etoro is definitely the platform one for me. I have my biggest share of money in it, and I like it not just because it's completely diversified and passive and I see the return every day. It's also funny and interesting because I have an app on my phone and I can check it all the time and I can see my money going up and down. And some people were telling me that don't worry, at the beginning you will be checking your profile all the time, but then it will go away and you will get more relaxed. I don't know when this time will happen, but for me it hasn't started yet, and I'm checking my profile as often as I used to when I just started. The downside of it is that the weekends became less enjoyable because the markets are closed, meaning that my money doesn't go up and down that much, but still cryptocurrencies are traded. That's why I still see the difference in my profits. So how does copy trading actually work? Well, it took me some time to understand all the basics, but once I got it, I decided that this is literally the most genius idea I've ever heard of. What it does is by clicking just one button, literally takes you a second, you start copying automatically all the trades that a professional trader makes. For example, you have someone who spends 8, 10, 12 hours a day just reading about companies, looking at their graphs and analyzing their financial reports. Whatever they buy, you buy automatically. You buy the shares of these companies for the same price as the professional trader buys them for, depending on how much money you invested into the professional trader, the person who you decided to copy. You might buy full shares, or if the sum that you invested is not enough, then you buy a fraction of a share. That makes absolutely no difference for you, and also you are not the one who pays the commission to the person you copy. The person who you copy actually gets his commission from that platform. So Etoro pays the traders, not you. All the profits that the trader makes are your profits as well, and it's in the trader's interest to make as much profit for you as possible because the Etoro platform will pay him a commission based on the profit that he's made for you. All the professional traders who are participating in this program are divided into different groups, into different levels, and the highest level, the highest profile investors, they get up to 2% of the profits that they made for the people who copy them. Again, for someone who is a beginner in investing and who's looking for a passive way to start, that's not important. What you need to know is that you don't pay anything to the person who you copy, but you get all the profits, of course, in proportion to the money that you've invested into this person, but all the profit is yours. When the trader who you copy decides to close the position, you close this position automatically too. You don't have to click any button, it's just done for you automatically by a computer. The profit that you made gets reinvested into the same person, so the new position that the person will open will include already the profit from the positions that they've closed. This is good for you because that means that your money grows faster, but at the same time this also means that you can actually see the profits that you made or the profits that the trader who you copy made for you. And this is the bit that I check quite often, and I can share this information with you. For example, one of the guy who I copy is called J Nemesis, and if we scroll down, all the way down, these are all the companies that he's invested in. If we scroll all the way down, we see that he's already closed positions worth $1,647. But what I like about copy trading is that I don't have to think at all about the companies that I want to invest my money in, about the price that I want to buy their shares at, and about the price that I have to close my positions at. It's all done by other people, I just have to benefit from the profit. When I say that copy trading on Etoro is a completely passive way of investing, it's definitely true, but you still have to do your research before you decide to copy someone, because some people, they take high risks, and it always depends on how high a risk you are prepared to take. I'm trying to diversify the people who I copy. I was talking about it in another video, so I don't want to take a lot of time trying to explain again why I chose these exact people to copy. If you want to see my profile and to hear my explanation, you can watch another video which is available in the same playlist on my YouTube channel, or I will also include the link to this video in the description box below. If you want to watch it, please do so. This way of investing my money was definitely the most enjoyable, most profitable, and most interesting for me. It was also the most passive one. Now, as we talked about Etoro, let's talk about the other way and another platform that I've also been talking on my channel previously. This is another platform which I think is great for beginner investors and also for those who want to invest passively. And this platform is called Vanguard. It's available for people in the UK, but it's not available all over the world. It's not like Etoro where you can live in many countries of the world and you can still use it. Vanguard is different. But speaking about the UK, it's one of the main platforms for investing, and I heard about Vanguard even before I started investing in general. This is the company that's been on the market for a much longer period of time than Etoro, and is specializing in index funds. It offers its clients in the UK to invest into 75 different funds. Some of them are managed by people, some of them are managed by a computer, meaning that there is no actual person, there is no manager of the fund who decides where to invest the money, but it's all done by technology, by the special algorithm, which helps to bring the cost of managing this fund down. But for us, as for clients, that means that we don't have to pay much commission and we still get the diversification, which is the main advantage of the fund. We don't have to choose the individual companies to invest our money in. Instead, we have to choose a fund, and then within this fund there are many different companies, but for us we can get the general idea about the companies and their geographical location by just looking at the name of the fund. But if some companies inside this fund start to get bad results and their business goes down, it's not up to us to analyze the performance of these companies and to look at their forecast of potential profits or potential losses. It's all done for us by the manager or by the computer, and all that's left for us to do is just to regularly invest our money into these funds and hopefully see this money grow. With Vanguard, lots of experts say that this is a safer option, but I'm not so sure about it, and I'll tell you in a second why I think so. But let's just look at my performance. I still have 18,500 allowance remaining in my ISA account, which means that, you know, still a lot of money I can invest, which would be tax-free. I'm not planning on taking this money out anyway, so I don't really care about that allowance. And my personal rate of return at the moment is 5.5%, which is already so much higher than what I could get if I invested the money into the bank. But of course you cannot count on this 5% because it can go down at any point. Not being able to rely on the interest rates that you will get over the course of the year is one of the main disadvantages of investing your money into stocks and shares over opening an ISA account, just a normal savings account in your bank, where you would get 0.05% a year, but at least that's something that you can rely on. Well, for me, this is a risk that's definitely worth taking. And the last thing that I would like to explain is why I think Vanguard is not any safer than investing into Etoro. Again, this is my personal opinion, and of course, don't rely on it and do your own research. But this is the conclusion that I made for myself. So, if everywhere they say that you cannot rely on future performance and the previous performance doesn't indicate future results, I completely agree with it, but that can be said about all platforms. Vanguard or Etoro, there is no difference. So if we look at the fund and the way we have to choose a fund to invest in, one of the criteria for our choice is the previous performance. So if we open one of the funds that I hold, which is the USA S&P 500, we open view performance and we see the historical graph, which kind of shows us what kind of result we can rely on. This is how it is calculated. You can see the performance of the last 5 years, and over the last 5 years, for example, what they would say is your average return would be 10%. This is one of the things that indicates for you whether it's something that you would like to invest in or not, whether the risk that you will take on yourself by investing your money into this fund will compare to the possible returns and the profits that you will achieve in the future. On this page, you see the returns for one of the main funds in the world called S&P 500. This is the fund that invests money into 500 biggest companies of the US. Here in 2016 to 2017, it achieved a return of nearly 25%, then there was 17, then some years were bad, we achieved only 4%, 7 and 13. Just remember these numbers because now we will compare them to similar graphs from Etoro. So now let's do the same and look at the previous performance of the traders who I copy. One of them is Jay Nemesis, he's the main guy who I copy. So when you open the profile of any trader, you can find this information very easily. All you have to do is just click on his name, and here in the stats, you can see his previous performance. What we saw in Vanguard, we just saw the performance for a year. We didn't see each month's performance. Whilst here on Etoro, you can see how much money he made or lost every month for the past years, for as long as he's been using the platform. In the case of Jay Nemesis, he's been using the platform for many years. You see this is the performance from 2021, and it goes down to the year of 2014. But since we are comparing him to the fund of S&P 500 that we've just seen on Vanguard, and that graph started from the year of 2016 to 2017, let's do the same with Jay Nemesis and see the returns that he managed to achieve since the year of 2016. In 2016, in some months, he's actually lost money, but then he gained some profits in other months. So overall, over the course of the year, he managed to achieve 75% return on investment. Then in 2017, the number is crazy, it's 340. I don't think you can rely on this number because he's been mainly trading cryptocurrency from what I know. So he lost 53% in the year of 2018, and I really feel for the people who started copying him in that year. But then in 2019, he got back this money that he lost and gained 52% back. Basically meaning that over the course of 2 years, from 2018 and 2019, his profit was still zero. No loss, but also no profit. And then in the year of 2020, he got back and he managed to achieve 103% return on investment. Now, the year of 2020 was also extraordinary because of the pandemic and the lockdowns all over the world that we had. But Jay Nemesis was affected by it just as much as S&P 500. If you look at Jay Nemesis or any other trader as a sort of a fund where you invest your money and you trust this person to be in control of your money, of course it involves much higher risks than investing your money into a fund, because I don't really know what mood Jay will wake up in tomorrow and what he will decide to do with my $12,000. So Jay, don't do anything crazy. But at the same time, if we just look at the previous statistics, I think what this guy is doing is absolutely amazing, and it's definitely not something that I could achieve myself. This is also the risk that I'm prepared to take, and this is the money that I'm prepared to lose. But that still doesn't mean, Jay, that you can go crazy. For me, these two platforms, meaning Etoro with its copy trading feature and Vanguard with its funds are the best ideas for beginner investors of how to use their money passively when people don't really know what they are doing. I personally cannot think of better ways to invest little sums of money and see potentially very good results in the future relatively fast. If you have any ideas of how you can invest your money passively with better returns than what I've just shown you, please share these ideas with us in the comment section below this video. Also share your thoughts of what you think about my profiles and the returns that I've just shown you. I'd really like to know what you think. For today's video, that's all. Thank you very much for watching it to the end. If you liked it, if you found it interesting, please click the like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be very grateful if you decide to do so. For today, thank you very much guys, and bye bye.